Namaste, Soul Tribe family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. Hopefully, you're well and rested. I hope you guys enjoyed your Mother's Day for the mothers. Thank you so much for all of the happy Mother's Day wishes. I am grateful. Thank you so much. And to everyone who is new to all being 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family, welcome and thank you so much for coming over to the family. I appreciate you. Okay. Thank you for all of your the new family members who have recently subscribed. I am grateful. And to my A ones who are my day ones, I love you and the divine loves you. To the Soul Tribe family as a whole, I love you and the divine loves you. Thank you for everything that you do for our space, y'all. Yes, yes. Yes, I am grateful. Man, we are growing. I am grateful. I hope y'all are grateful. I hope you feel that energy. Okay. All right, yin yang energy is present. Okay. All right, let's hop in. Quick disclosure though, sometimes I do come in hot and sometimes not. What that means is I do cuss and curse, I speak the truth, and I call out names with gratitude. Hopefully you can vibe like that. And if you can, allow me to be the first to welcome you, okay? Yin yang energy is here, light dark energy is here. Some days you will not always just have, those bells and whistles types of energies coming out. All right. This is a space where energy is being read far and wide. All right, we are all one. Okay, so just take what resonates, leave what does not, and flip the roses you see fit. All right, family. Okay, let's hop in. Divine, at this time, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read all reason all the time, as well as provide us with clear and concise messages. Also, we ask for clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment, and any negativity, toxicity, or evil being projected or thrown towards myself or the Soul Tribe family. We ask that you shield our minds, bodies, and souls from it with the mighty shield, as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it with the mighty shield, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. And in some cases, back to senders. Ashe. And thank you. All right, y'all. Let's start out with this deck. Let's see what the energy is, see what the divine needs and wants you to know. Hopefully, you are well and rested. Okay. It is Monday, but I feel like this is going to be a quick week. I don't know why. I'm very productive. Okay. For some of you, feels to me like there's a lot of movement. People are getting things done. Hmm. Let me just tap into this energy. There's a shift in focus here. Yeah, there's a shift in focus here. Okay, I feel that. All right. Tell me more about this energy. Scorpionic energy. Um, Scorpionic energy here. Okay. The mystic. You could be a Scorpio. Pluto energy. Okay. Libra energy here. Okay. The beautiful mind here. Balance. All right. Mm. You could be Libra. Mm. Tell me more. And then we have North Node of the Moon, a new goal. Oh Lord. Y'all. Scorpio Mystic coming out with the Libra here. Okay. The beautiful mind. Okay. With Leo. Someone here is a Leo in their North Node. Okay. You could be this Leo energy in your North Node of the Moon. Okay. You have new life goals. Okay. Take it how it resonates, family. Okay, you could be Scorpionic energy, Leo energy. Okay. And then we have Pisces, the dreamer. You could be a Piscean here. And then we have fourth house, home and family. Lord have mercy. You got fourth house out here, home and family. Boy, I tell you. Family, this feels to me like past energies that you've dealt with, okay? And a couple of them could be up in their energy. I mean, up in their head. Okay. I don't know. Get over it though. Or you definitely, family, get over it. But I feel like these are lifelong friends. They're going to always be lifelong friends, but probably from a distance. You may know who they are. It could be a Pisces, a Libra, a Scorpio, or a Leo. Fourth house is Cancerian energy. I Yeah, fourth house is Cancerian energy. hmm Cardinal. Scorpio is mutable energy. Leo is fixed. Scorpio might be fixed too. I don't know. Mm-mm. But anyway, this feels like past energy, and you just, I don't know. We'll see. But then we have out here, what? What is all that? Ugh. We have Neptune, dreams, and spirit. Okay. Then we have out here Gemini, the communicative or the communicator, communicative energy. We have Leo, the extrovert. Oh, Lord. And then we have the energy of the opposition out here, tension and opposites. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. And then we have Sun, essence and personality. Okay. So with this Gemini, I'm picking up an energy of a partnership. Don't know why, but I am, because probably why they're looking at each other, they're the two faces, but I am picking up some sort of partnership here. There can be a Scorpio Pisces energy that are coming into a partnership under some sort of essence and personality. This essence could be some sort of spirituality here. With this Libra in the fourth house, home and family, there could be a Libra that is in their energy of recognizing the importance of home and family. They could be an extrovert, though. Mm. And then we have Juniper here, ideas and magnitude. Somebody could be thinking about, possibly. I feel this energy of you giving a Libra some sort of inspiration, and they're starting to value home and family. Okay. For whoever this is resonating with. And then we have out here the North Node in the moon. Okay, so new life goal. I feel this could be your energy because you have dreams that are being driven by spirit, your angel team, your ancestors. Okay, and that's in Neptune. hmm There could have been a lot of opposition and tensions. Okay. Um, There could be, the opposites attract or not type energy. All right. But you do have tensions and opposites. There could be tensions, you know, amongst the spiritual realm and others. Then we have the third house, communication and interaction. And then Venus, love and beauty. hmm I feel that's what you're moving towards, family. Okay. You're moving towards something that brings in love and beauty into your life. Beautiful heart, beautiful mind type energy. Yeah. And you've learned from Saturn energy of the limits and the lessons. I feel like a lot of lessons taught you, limits or not. Okay. You could realize you could have found out that, you're limitless here. Your mind is what holds you captive. Eight of Swords energy. You may have realized, that you're limitless here. You could have been in a cycle of being, there could have been some mind control. There could have been some, manipulation involved, etc. And then your second house, resources and values. Yeah. See, you realize you're limitless. It was others trying to keep you in your mind, make you feel like you weren't. You broke free from that. It could have been some energies from the past. hmm It could have been some energies from the past. hmm Yeah, Capricorn energy out here, devil energy, the boss. Okay. There could have been a witch involved, a Capricorn energy tied to the devil. that was the boss of these energies, possibly mind control here, manipulation. That's what I feel like. There could have been a Capricorn devil involved, masculine or feminine energy. Yeah, Pluto, shadow, and mysticism. And that's exactly what it was. Somebody was like in their shadow side. Okay, Pluto energy out here, scorpionic energy. Somebody could have been under a trance from a devilish energy, Capricorn energy. Someone who was the boss of the dark. I feel like someone was being ruled by the boss of the dark or the underworld. Hmm, interesting. They may have realized that, yeah. When somebody looked at their seventh house, and the seventh house is related to love and partnership. I feel like somebody realized they were being manipulated and controlled by a dark entity that was tied strictly to the devil. When it came to this love and partnership, though, I feel like, let me see, family, I might do this. Okay. When it came to this love and partnership, though, I feel like that was more important to somebody. Yeah, self-identity with the first house. That was more important to somebody. Yeah. And this is ooh, look at here. The seventh house of love and partnership and self-identifying being tied to the mind and speech. Like, yes, I'm telling you, somebody was under a devilish trance or something like that. Hmm. It was like they realized love and partnership superseded anything else, but they may not have been able to speak on it, but they did identify with something here. And it ended up tying them to this Capricorn devil energy. They may have been tongue tied, couldn't speak to a trance they were under. This was giving me the energies of it's like a smex magic. Hmm. Somebody was under smex magic. And then we have Cancer, the caring in the reverse, though. So they may not have been a Cancer energy or there may not have been a caring energy. Somebody could have thought it was a Cancer sign and it wasn't. Lilith, wild femininity. Yeah. It was a Lilith energy. Damn. Capricorn was tied to a Lilith energy. Okay. And you may be the drive and the power, Mars energy at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Mars is who? Aries, I think. Mars is Aries. Yep, Mars rules Aries. And Venus rules who then? Hold on, y'all. Venus rules who? I thought, let me think. Venus rules. Who does Venus rule? Libra and Taurus. Mm. Okay. So the drive and the power comes from Mars, the planet of war. Libra is ruled by Venus. This is why the house of Libra right here is all around the fourth house of home and family. Okay. And Libras are somewhat they're introverts, I feel like to a certain extent, especially when it comes to something conflicting or any argument type thing. Libra doesn't like to argue. There's a drive here though. Okay, a drive and power with the Aries energy. I don't know if this Aries energy is crossing paths with the Scorpionic energy, the Libra and the Leo and this Capricorn and this Gemini. But that's what's out. Okay. All right. Hmm. I feel like I don't know if there was a collaboration or not, fam. I really don't. I don't know if there was a collaboration between a Scorpio and a Leo or what, but let's see. Let's see what this moon deck says. Well, and that was a lot. And I mean, they all came falling out. Yeah, first quarter moon in Pisces, honoring your feelings. Somebody could have been honoring your feelings. I feel like these two energies from your past, they got to be from your past. They could have been honoring your feelings. Maybe somebody, yeah, last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. Yeah. Somebody out here was honoring your feelings, okay, and reflecting on your priorities. You may have in this family dynamic, family may have been something that was very important to you, to this Libra. Now they're starting to honor the way you felt when it came to family. To the scorpionic energy, relationships or partnerships could have been important to you. Communication and effective communication could have been important to you. All right. Authenticity could have been important to you. It's as if somebody is now, or some people from your past are starting to honor your feelings and where they stem from. I feel like this stems from different lessons, possibly past life lessons that you had learned. You may have been someone to learn that, when things are taken from you that you value, you know, you learned at an early age, or early on, I should say, the value of things that could be taken from you, and it's to deal with people, places, or things. It's something you valued life differently than others, I feel. Somebody is now seeing things through your eyes. They're detoxifying here. Full moon in Taurus. Yeah, they're detoxifying their life. Okay. Yep, and last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. Exactly. So they're looking at the details now of their life. They're detoxifying here with this full moon in Taurus. And they're now starting to look at the details, okay, family, of, and I feel like the details have everything to do with you. What was important to you? What was, it's almost like somebody is trying to mirror you and your values and your morals and your standards and your principles, or trying to learn them because they feel this feels to me like these are late bloomers. You stepped into that energy early on. Yeah. And somebody needed to release control here, or you had already released control. Okay, with this first quarter moon in Taurus and then the full moon in Leo with this go wild, I feel like you had released control. You just started going with the flow. With this go wild, to me, this is just like allowing the universe to do its thing, carry you wherever the universe is going to carry you. I feel like this is also the energy of you stepping into a more carefree energy of strength as well, like knowing you can make it through whatever, right? And then we have out here the new moon in Sagittarius, focused on the positive. I feel like that's what you did with this sun energy. It's like you took all your lessons that you learned throughout life and you applied them to yours, and others are seeing how possibly that could have been the way to go, type energy. Mhm. Mm, interesting. Yeah, last quarter moon in Cancer. Yeah, I knew it. Take a breather. I'm telling you, as I was shuffling, y'all, I was feeling like your duty, your tasks are done. Like you are really getting ready to step into a new era. And a lot of people are looking at it, and this is past energy, and they're trying to see, what they can do to possibly, follow your lead, not be with you, not none of that, just follow your lead type energy. Huh. Yeah, new moon in Gemini. Yeah, they're thinking through it. Okay, some people could be thinking through your connection to them in the past. Okay, and then we have the first quarter moon in Capricorn. They're unleash your kindest self. Okay. Interesting. With this think through it and then unleash your kindest self, this is giving me some sort of effort. Somebody wants you to do that. Okay. They want you to step into this energy, or someone here who is being controlled by this devil boss Capricorn energy wants someone to think something through. Okay. so that they can unleash their kind of self when it comes to possibly, I feel like, look, I feel like a coven. Ooh, this is crazy, y'all. Why I feel like somebody's in a coven and it is ran by a Capricorn devilish feminine or masculine energy. And these energies that are in this coven are asking this devil energy to release its kindest self because this is that was weird. Okay, that was all the way weird. I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. New moon in Aquarius. Somebody wants a dark coven boss to be open to some sort of change. Okay. Somebody is asking their dark coven boss to be open to some sort of change. What the hell? Okay. Is there Yeah, because this change brings in some sort of growth. Look, they want them to relax. Something about new moon in Cancer. They want them to relax. Last quarter moon in Scorpio and reveal what needs to be seen. That's the only way they can grow. I ain't. Somebody wants their dark coven leader to relax so that they could see what they need to see in order to grow. Someone is begging their dark coven leader to relax. Wow. Hold on, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. That is crazy. That is exactly what I'm hearing. And this is like, okay. Somebody is begging their dark coven leader to embrace a change for growth. And new moon in Libra, know that you are loved. I'm telling you, somebody is like, look, somebody could, if from the dark, is in love with you, family. Okay. And this dark coven leader, I don't know who they are. Maybe they don't believe in love. They don't want love. They don't want to exercise within their coven. And somebody is begging them to see change as being a positive. Okay. Let's get some tarot in on this one because that went what? Like for real. And it's a mixture of tarot and oracle. And what is this one since it flipped over? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Wow. I mean, excuse me, Page of Swords. I can't make it up. Look, somebody became curious about your intelligence, your wittiness, your smarts. Okay. This was the chatty gossip. Okay. All over town, family. And somebody did find out some information and they figured out or found out that yes, whatever it was that you preach, whatever it is that you teach, it is factual. Mm, I'm telling you. Page of Cups out here. Yeah, something about the dreams. The dreams are visions. Okay. I feel like some of you dream and period. Ooh, we on the chime. Okay. The dreams are visions. Okay. And somebody loves the fact that you can keep your head in the clouds because it's as if you can see the things that you need to see. Somebody sees you as being a powerful, wow, visionary. Hmm. And they're trying to hammer that into somebody's head because it seems like this energy is just built on trying to sabotage versus working things out so that they could prepare for the things that you've seen. Somebody knows that you could see the future. They're trying to hammer this into this dark energy, this boss energy devil. Yeah, I'm telling you, because you may have predicted a bleak future for energies, and they're seeing that this bleak future is right here in their face, giving them hardships and losses. Many of them feel isolated, maybe even abandoned. Okay. Some of them are going through unemployment right now and struggling. You predicted this. And somebody is telling a dark cult leader that they should probably be open to change because it does bring in some sort of growth. Look, I can't make it up. It has everything to do with their Ten of Pentacles, but it came out on the fence because it's in limbo right now. It's like them leaving you alone, letting up on you, and being led by you is what has their Ten of Pentacles in limbo. Their family legacy and inheritance and higher commitment and consciousness is in limbo. Mm. They're on the verge of losing it. Yeah, because the Two of Wands. Instead of them planning for the right things, I feel like they were planning for the wrong things. And look, sunglasses is in reverse. Okay. So, yeah, they were watching, looking, and the perception and stocking that they were doing was actually perceived all the way wrong. You coming up as a King of Cups, very wise and devoted and balanced, and you're balanced between your head and your heart. So somebody was watching the wrong watch. They was looking, their eyes were focused somewhere else. I feel like somebody had you pegged all the way wrong, focused on the wrong thing, targeting the wrong thing, not knowing that, yeah, I feel like they was planning in the dark. They never had gaslit you. And the reason they couldn't really see your true aura and pick up on your perception is because family, I feel like for a certain point in time, you could have been um mirroring them in such a way that they totally missed where you were devoted. It was like when you mirrored them, they figured you were mirroring them as they are, but you were just showing them who they were, but you were staying wise and devoted while doing it, very balanced between your head and heart. You didn't lash out, you didn't flip out, you didn't cuss them out, but you gave them exactly what it was that they needed to see. These energies out here, that was like throwing their own shit back in their face the same way they dished it out and got them all up in their feelings, especially this devil Capricorn energy over here, a boss of this coven, masculine or feminine witch energy. And then, yeah, on the split. Yeah, because you always end up getting that wheel of fortune. Look, and look, this ship is getting ready to sail. There's something you wanted, you asked for, you're getting ready to get. This is going to be a completion of a cycle closing out and an achievement. Something about you came, you conquered. You came, you saw, you conquered. Yeah, you're getting ready to cut the ties. You're moving on. You're receiving what you need in order to do so. Somebody wants their cult leader to see how possibly, you stepped into King of Cups energy. You stepped into the emotional side so that you can, you know, tap into your intuition and pick up on these relationships and how they played a part or shouldn't be playing a part in your life. With that Eight of Wands, yeah, that was fast movement. You decided to make a very quick decision. And there's where the sudden progress came in. And look what comes out, mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. I'm telling you, somebody is trying to get their cult leader to see something, possibly to see how them inflicting pain on anyone else is the reason they're in this situation. And this situation hit their ass fast and not slow. Somebody wants them to realize that the things that they have done have backfired. And look, they're just uh, mm, I feel like, look, this energy right here, y'all, with this Knight of Swords and what's going on, this is giving me someone that just does not want to lose. Okay. They don't care how immature they come rushing in. They don't want to lose at something. They're motivated to keep coming up. Let me see. I'm telling you, you got the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands. Yeah. Somebody could want to come rushing towards you, okay, with some sort of creative idea. All right. But I also feel like somebody here doesn't want to lose and they want to keep doing something or they want it to. And maybe that's why they realized that the persistence that they kept driving in trying to come and disrupt you is the same persistence that you kept driving forward with ambition when it came to your creative ideas. Somebody wants somebody to see that. Like somebody wants somebody to see that they pushed you into this wheel of fortune. And they are begging this coven leader to realize possibly where they went wrong and could have possibly driven you away to marry someone else, a new union and marriage and a soul connection and everlasting love and devotion elsewhere. Okay. All right, family. So I'm going to leave that message here for you. Hopefully, it provide you with some clarity and guidance. All right. And if nothing else, some entertainment. Okay. Yes. Because I'm telling you, you the Phoenix rising. There's a new phase, maybe possibly a rekindle of some sort here, it says. A renew and growth changed mind. And yep, someone rising from the ashes. Yeah, somebody's getting ready to see that they may not have wanted to accept you as being a higher ranking um energy within the spiritual realm. As above, so below. Somebody didn't want to accept that, possibly family, and somebody is begging them to realize that, yeah, you may outrank them. Okay, family. All right. So I'm going to go on and leave that message here. I love you and the divine loves you. Yeah, baby. Because they want to be with you. They want to be with you. And I don't know if this cult has, something against light workers or, energies that are stronger than them, which quite naturally they would because they would fear that it would be taken over. But that is what it is. Somebody wants somebody to realize that you are the stronger energy in this battle. And they're begging this cult member to acknowledge that before they lose out. Okay. All right, family. So let's close out. Thank you so much, Divine. I love you. And the Soul Tribe family loves you. We ask that you continue to keep love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.